divine narrative. There's the way some people talk, and if you listen to them long enough, you start imbibing that way of talking. There's the way people write. I don't know if there are Yoruba people here that follow Shola and listen. Is there anyone that is following Shola and listen on social media here? Okay, thank you. Some people. Alright, there are two people here. Okay. So there's the way she writes. When she's writing, she writes the way she talks. Like she will put she will write the way she's saying that Yoruba. There was a day I was reading one of her posts, and then under the caption she was like, honestly. And that before I got, I was like, what's this? HONEZZLY. I was like, what's honestly? And to be honest, if you like listen to her long, you know that that's how she talks. Like honestly. So like for someone to like put this thing down and write it this way, like if she's writing, if she wants to add Yoruba in between, she can say, hey, the journey is this and that, and your money can go. So that's just how she writes. And it's usually peculiar to her that even before I see her name, that okay, it was Shola Listing that wrote this, I'll be able to know that, oh, this looks like something that Shola Listing can write. So what can people pinpoint out from you and what you do? What is special about you? What narrative are you driving? And hope is not wounding the word, hope is healing the word. So yeah, can you give me a round of applause?
All right. So this person is asking for currently, and I'm planning to start a creative company of video editors, writers, photographers, and so on. How do you suggest I start? And how can I get a person to follow for mentorship? I mean, I think I already mentioned about mentorship. Again, mentorship is not. If you send a message to a person like, please mentor me, I'm not sure how easily you get a person to say yes. I don't know, but in more recent times I've become very respectful of time. Like the idea that people's times are very, very important. So the same way you're asking somebody to mentor you, many other people are most likely asking the person. So usually those requests don't really, maybe they don't come to fruition. And then there are times that the person can say, okay, I will mentor you. But you might find that there is really no rhythm of relationship that leads to mentorship. So, and then somebody could maybe like reach out to you, guide you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and after that, they lose steam. And that's why I said it earlier, service is the best way. Service helps you to be within a person's space again and again and again. By service, you're giving yourself permission to be in that person's space. By service, you're giving yourself the opportunity to have conversations initiated with you. Like it will not be every time you really want to initiate conversations that you say, hello, please, you have time to take. No. By service, the person will say, do you have some time? I would like you to help me do this and do that. And then you're able to do it. But the person says, I'm going for an event. I want you to follow me so that as we go, you can ask me questions, right? So I would say service is the best way to actually do a mentorship that I know of that will actually be a long-term thing. So how do you start your business? There are many ways to start a business. There are many ways to skin a cow or a goat. Many ways. For some people, starting a business involves having a very fancy office. So like, let me go and look for one nice office. For some people, it is having a very expensive MacBook. So people will tell you that, now I want to start my design business. And I need a MacBook. You know, I've heard people talk like that, but I'm like, some people started their businesses with a mobile phone. Started with Canva on their phones. So you waiting till you have a MacBook is already like, it shows people that you don't have the enterprising spirit. You don't have industry within yourself because you think everything has to be set. So there are many ways to start a business. So that question cannot necessarily be answered here because I don't know your context. I don't know whether you have the startup capital. I don't know whether, you have gained the trust of people that you want to offer that service to. I don't know if you are even very, very good at what you want to do, right? So you can, how do I call it? Maybe you can start with creating a portfolio. Like if people ask you, okay, what have you done before? You can show them that this is what I've done in videography, in photography, or whatever it is. Maybe you start by sharing the vision with these people that you want to have together with you. And they tell you that we are willing to go with you. So it could be many ways, but because there is no real context, I think I can't give a specific answer to whoever asked that question. Thank you.
All right. So before I move to the question that I was asked, I want to add to what JD shared. And Brucey once said something. He said, for you to move from 0 to 1, say you don't need money. It is when you want to move from 1 to 10 that you need money. And I really buy into that. So it's leverage. That's all you need. And the mere fact that you are alive, you are well able, that thing that you can do it. That's all you need. It's not first of all money. Like you said, you have to have that enterprising spirit. And money is not first of all where it starts from. So it means that if there's no money, you can't get it done. So it shouldn't be that way. So first of all, leverage relationship, leverage opportunity, whichever way. You were saying something too about, I think when you were speaking earlier, I don't know the example that you cited. I'm trying to remember now. JD, like when you first of all, came here, it was a rent that you wanted to get a space. But now based on relationship, you leverage that relationship and the doors open for that. So leverage is all that really matters. Okay? Right, so let me go to this question. You say, is creativity only limited to art? And how do I think the person will say, do I explore creativity? Okay, do I explore creativity? So, when the other speakers were speaking, you can see that it's not just art, definitely. Everybody's creative. We made example about a footballer. Creativity is everywhere. You can be a math person, a science person. So, if you look how we explained creativity in the definition, how many of us remember? It's the ability to do things, right? Intelligently and exceptionally. So anything that you are doing is just the ability to take it beyond. We've seen ministers of God who are creative. There was this thing that this church, what was the name now? Pastor Biodun Fatoyinbo. Koza, when Creflo Dollar came and he said, the way he was honored, he has never received that honor before in his life. It was a ministry, but the way they honored him, they did his logo, I think his ministry logo on the towel he was going to use, The way they branded everything, I was like, this thing is just so exceptional. So creativity goes, is beyond like fine art or design. Everything. It could be a farmer. Yeah. You are creative with the way you do things in your agricultural practices. You could be a politician. Okay, this man really came, this Edo guy. But he brought his own creativity with his English grammar, right? So it's definitely beyond art. Whatever you do is having that your touch of originality, and then you put it out there. All right?
Awesome. Put your hands together. All right. So beautiful one there. I just want to answer the questions in my hands. I think we should wrap up here. When you said creativity, you can be a farmer and be creative. That one I connected to it because the idea of irrigation was creativity. Like, oh, we are not going to wait for rainy season. We will create our own way. Even in farming, it's creativity. It solves problems. So yeah, the question or questions I have here is, how do you manage? This one I think is, if I understand it well, is something that is very, I can relate to. Like it's something I've actually had to walk through a bit. How do you manage your taste for excellence with the emotions of your colleagues and co-workers, understanding that to be a good leader, you must be emotionally intelligent? So I believe that what this person is asking is, let's say you have a high taste or have high taste, have taste for excellence, but you are feeling as if your colleagues are not able to keep up. That how do you, I think, sorry, I wanted to say this in an interesting way, but please bear with me. The first thing I would say is be humble.